493 of the Super Ultra Podcast Arcade for July 5th, 2025. I'm one of your hosts, Daniel Nicholson, and with me is my co-host, Dominic Stallworth. What's going on this week, Dominic?
All right, it's the 4th of July weekend as we report. Recording this, so like happy birthday, America. Also,
time to grow up and do better. It's time for tough love, Dominic.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's tough love. Yeah, he signed that. Signed the bill on the 4th of July. Yeah, so we got things gonna get better now. America's gonna be great again. So there you go.
Big and beautiful, I guess.
Yeah. Well, yes. Get right into it. Sports. I know my Orioles. They still suck. But you know, there is no but. They did suck. I mean, they. I mean, it's like now we look like the team. I mean, we sort of look like the team. Like I said, I thought we look at the beginning of the year, but it's like it's too late for that. We gotta look better than that because you lost too many games. We lost too many games early, and it's like we gotta go winning streaks. And if you're not gonna go winning streaks, I had the playoffs. So it's really look like we're not gonna make the playoffs. I mean, it's still a chance because you're not that far out, and you're just in the middle of the season. Like you're past the midway point, but it's like, man, things could happen. Like if he's going like a winning streak or something, like when like 5 games here and lose 5 games here, it's like you're right in the middle of it. It's like because nobody's really dominating right now in the American League except for I think Detroit is probably just still the best team. But it's like you have a shot, but you keep shooting yourselves in the foot. I mean, like the pitching. Like the guy who was our best pitcher, the last 3 games he pitched was bad, and like then now I think they say he has some type of injury or something. So it's like that sucks, and we're still waiting for guys to come back, and I'm still waiting for like other pitchers to come even freaking play, man. And then our second best pitcher, he's off and on. I mean, he doesn't have his great games, but this is what we thought. I mean, again, this is what I thought would be. It's like, yeah, we have guys that are good, but they're gonna have those bad games. But it's not gonna be enough to win a World Series. But darn, now it's not even enough, right, to get us to the playoffs. Well, only because of our bats got so darn cold in the beginning of the year. Our bats, they're better, but they could be. It's like they're better, but it could still be better than this, man. I mean, I'm glad Westbrook is back, and when he came back, he got like 3 hits. So I was like, darn, man, it's like that's awesome. Just that he has to stay healthy. So yeah, there's that. I know the something in basketball. I know basketball that had some trades happen, things happen. I think I talked about the Kevin Durant one. I know I heard that Damian Lillard was let go from the Bucks. And he's gonna miss the year because he's out. I think I forgot what he tore. He has some lingering injury. I don't know, it's ACL maybe. But yeah, he's gonna miss a year. So they just like released him, and I know Yana say he was upset about that. It's been a lot of stuff movements, but this is like I'm not. This is probably my last NBA I'm watching at this time. So like, I'm not like I think things are gonna go in the way of like they're supposed to go. You know, with the bigger names showing up. Because LeBron did sign by the Lakers. They try to make it like, oh, is he gonna sign with the Lakers? He hasn't signed with the Lakers yet, and then he signed with them, and I was like, okay, say whatever. Football, I don't know what's going on. Oh well, actually, something big did happen. I think it was basketball, like either basketball or baseball. I think it was baseball that someone's got caught with gambling. They like a pitcher saying like because he was a starting pitcher too. Because he would go out. Oh, I think it was a starter. Or really, I forget. Whatever.
Guardians Ortiz faces gambling inquiry.
Yeah,
Luis Ortiz
is that I don't. I don't really know him. Is that because you can do these bets where you bet on the first pitch, and it's like or specific pitches, like, hey, this will be a ball or a strike or whatever, and that's what he did. I forgot, but in the article it tells you specifically what it was, and like they see a number spike, like a bet spike of that, and then they see another day
Hmm.
where there's a bet spike, and it's like that's odd. I know some people were saying be suspicious though. They were saying like, wow, like it's one thing to say you investigate somebody for gambling, but they've never seen it this specific like them telling you what bets they bet on, and people are like,
Right.
why didn't do that for a Tawny? It's like Tawny's got, and then somebody said, like, oh, he better get his, he better say, oh, he said, man, I feel bad for this man's translator. He says, man's translator. He says, oh man, but no, I'm not. Listen, I'm not saying Tawny really did it. I'm not. I will joke about it though. But I'm not really saying he did it though.
I mean, we're only going to
But
see this more and more with gambling being
yeah,
so
exactly.
mainstreamed, and yeah, just
Like
putting
the better,
ourselves in a
like let's say
bad spot
that,
now.
man. Like how they just literally so close, man. It's like, man, they of like they could be so specific, like, oh man, this is suspect. Who bets on this? And you say, I mean, not who bets on this, like who put this much money on this specific bet? It's a and
Yeah.
it's like, darn, man, that's it's yeah. And it hits. Then like, yeah, they gotta protect their money. He said, look, like, we're supposed to be like ruining people's lives. We ain't supposed to be helping them, like helping somebody, like get money. Um, yeah, but it's just awful. It was like awful, man. And then I just hear about like um Al Sharpton, Jay Z, and Nas. Well, Nas is like they're like promoting it or like a casino in New York. Like Nas is
Come
like
on,
somewhere.
Nas, you were supposed to be the one to
I think
protect
he
us from
was.
Jay
I
Z.
forget. It's in another area. I don't know if it was Brooklyn or what.
Mm.
Then Jay Z and Al Sharpton. I think it's actually in the city. I forgot exactly where. But because it said like, oh, but the profits go to like like black businesses and stuff like that, or like either something that the profits go to this specific thing that's supposed to be really good. It's just that I never believed that because I always hear that every time a casino is built. It's just like every casino built is something like this. Hey, money goes to schools and blah blah blah. But I
Hmm.
don't see improvement on
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
So I don't know. Like, and so I'm saying this like, yo, you're really just building something that kind of destroys people's livelihood. I mean like that you're and you're making the same excuses like people made for alcohol and stuff like that,
Hmm.
uh
Oh, this just seems
basically
so
drugs.
slimy, especially coming from what I remember of a dude like Nas, who was a lot about like integrity and like, oh, I'm I'm the smarter rapper, right? And now you've
Yeah,
got him like, oh, Queen's dreams are made of these gambling casinos. Like, get out of here.
yeah, yeah. But it's like, it's one thing. Here's the thing. The only way that, and I'm doing like it could work, and I don't think me it wouldn't. It's like if he specifically put the casino somewhere in like middle America was just mostly white people, like, and then that money transfers to the black people in the like those neighborhoods in in the cities, like on the coast or something like that, like to all the majority black cities or something like that. Like that's
Oh,
the only way
sure. The
that can.
coastal elites, Dominic.
Well, I'm just saying that's where most of the blacks are.
Yeah.
We're all on the coast. Um, like that's the only way that can work because you're just putting it close proximity to where blacks are too, so they can
Right.
just spend their money that they don't have. Like
Right.
it's so I can see like oh
At the end
like
of the day, you're taking advantage of people's addictions to profit off of this, whether it's allegedly going to schools or not.
or like some type of like it was something specific like some business thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I totally forgot. I mean, because honestly, it was just
Either
like
way, it's
it's
only going to
bullshit. It's
balance out
bullshit.
at the case scenario because you're taking this money from people
Yeah, yeah. So
in
yeah,
the
it's
community.
yeah, it's kind of stuck. But yeah, but back to the sports, but like sports gambling, it's like yeah, it sure is. Like we knew this was coming. We knew it was coming. And it's gonna we're gonna hear more stories about this.
Yeah.
All right, so what's going on in wrestling?
Yeah, so we had Night of Champions last weekend. That was the WWE event in Saudi Arabia. Predictably, Cody Rhodes did beat Randy Orton in that match. He is the king of the ring, going on to face John Cena, who defeated CM Punk later in the night at SummerSlam. John Cena defeated CM Punk with the help of Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins having the Money in the Bank. He came in not necessarily to cash in on John Cena, but basically cost CM Punk that match. Jade Cargill did defeat Asuka, unfortunately, so she's going on to face probably Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam. Actually, definitely Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam because she's on SmackDown and also because Rhea Ripley had laid down a challenge to Io Sky. Well, kind of Io Sky laid down a challenge to Rhea Ripley on Raw for that women's championship for SummerSlam as well. Before that, though, we have this coming weekend in NXT, but no, what is it? We've got two WWE pay-per-views, I believe, and one of them is it's a Saturday Night Main Event. They're doing that again next weekend on Saturday night, of course, and that'll be on CBS regular TV. And then they're also doing Evolution again, which they had done like 2 or 3 years ago now, which is going to be an all women's pay-per-view. So that's going to include like some NXT matches, some SmackDown and Raw matches, of course. The women's tag team titles will be on the line. So that should be pretty interesting, a pretty good show. All the people on there so far are very good. There's going to be a Naomi versus Jade Cargill. I think like a not no falls count anywhere. Falls count anywhere or some kind of like hardcore style match. And that should be a lot of fun. Naomi's kind of doing the best work she's done in a long time with this kind of crazy heel character who has the Money in the Bank briefcase. And I think more so than cashing in, which hopefully she does, she's going to spend a lot of time kind of getting in the way of Jade Cargill and keeping her from cashing in. And that should be a lot of fun storyline wise. They're also competing directly with AEW next weekend, who has All In, which is their big Texas stadium show. Although I think it went from being like a big stadium to a smaller stadium, I believe. Now it's going to be in like a baseball stadium. And that the card for this is pretty crazy. Tony Storm versus Mercedes Moné, formerly Sasha Banks. They're two of the best women wrestlers in the world right now, and at the top of their games, I would say. John Moxley versus Hangman Adam Page. That's going to be a Texas death match. They've already had one of those in the past.
And this is at the Texas Rangers.
Yeah. Is that
the old one, the old one, or the new one?
Globe Life Field.
That's the new one. I want to say.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like that was for the ballpark. Yeah, before that, they opened this in 2020. It looks like. So this is the new one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's a Texas death match. That'll be absolutely crazy. They take that stuff very seriously. There will be a lot of violence and blood. Hopefully, Adam Page comes out of that as champion. Kind of the story they're building right now around him is a similar story that they told in WWE with Cody, where he's kind of assembling this ragtag group of like Avengers style dysfunctional family around him that is going to help counterbalance the evil forces of John Moxley and the Death Riders. You also have Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega. They've each got a championship right now. They're going to be unifying those, and that match has happened in New Japan, I think 4 or 5 times at this point, and every one of them has been one of the greatest wrestling matches ever. So hopefully, with Kenny returning from diverticulitis, he is able to just continue to perform at the highest level. While hopefully maybe, stepping it back a little bit. I think Okada comes out of that the champion here. And I don't know, maybe we see Kenny go into a tag team run with Kota Ibushi, who has just recently returned to AEW as well. And he's looking in pretty good shape. He had a match against Okada on Wednesday. You also have Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay versus the Young Bucks. If the Young Bucks lose, they lose their EVP ship, their executive vice president titles in AEW. Okay. And if Ospreay
vice president title,
yeah, because they're some of the founders of, so they've had this. It's not an actual title like a wrestling title. It's their actual like job title.
Yeah. I thought that's what I was thinking. That was the title. No. I was like, what the fuck?
Although now I'm a little disappointed that they haven't ever gone like that far as like rebranding when they had the tag team titles, like rebranding them as, the EVP titles. But if Will Ospreay and Swerve lose, they will not be able to challenge for the AEW World Championship for a year. That is going to be real interesting. I kind of feel like Swerve and Ospreay have to lose because it keeps Ospreay away from the title again. He's young enough that they don't need to kind of hot shot him with the belt. He's also slowed down his work rate a lot in Japan. It was like, this guy's going to kill himself if he keeps working at this level of intensity in every match. And he's really stepped that back and kept everything entertaining. He's not, he's not putting on crappy matches now that he's had to do that. But he's just working a safer style. And Swerve had the title relatively recently, so a year is going to go by with nothing. But having them potentially lose these opportunities, but also then maybe later in the night help Hangman Adam Page defeat the Death Riders, I think tells a really interesting story that they can elaborate on throughout the year. You also have Adam Cole versus Kyle Fletcher for the TNT Championship. It almost feels like that has to go to Kyle Fletcher. They have been pushing him huge ever since he's become a singles guy. And Adam Cole has kind of lost the magic that he had from when he was in NXT and then coming into AEW and then being injured and being out for so long. It really feels like he's kind of off the map at the top of the card right now. And in a lot of ways just is kind of holding this title to keep it warm until a guy like Kyle Fletcher comes along and can be elevated by it. And maybe that's what we see next weekend. And then you have the Hurt Syndicate, which is Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin versus Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey for the tag team titles. It feels like that's a given that the Hurt Syndicate will continue on with those titles. Kevin Knight and Speedball are kind of just a thrown together tag team. Mike Bailey's an excellent wrestler. So is Kevin Knight. He's coming in, I think, from New Japan. But right now it feels like the top of the card is just so full that they needed some place for a guy like Mike Bailey to be right now. And they also needed credible kind of contenders in the tag team scene, which they're kind of lacking right now. And I think that's why they threw these guys together. But yeah, that should be a hell of a show. I am interested to see how that goes. What's that?
When is it?
It's next Sunday or next Saturday, rather.
Next Saturday. Okay.
I thought it was Sunday because I thought it was going up against Evolution.
Superman weekend.
Going up. Yeah, Superman's. The funny thing is, like, AEW this past week had everything adorned in Superman advertisements because, you know, they're partnered with Warner Brothers. Makes a lot of sense. They always kind of do this stuff for bigger Warner Brothers movies. But then on SmackDown last night, SmackDown had Superman logos all over their ring apron too. I was kind of surprised by that. So clearly they are pushing this movie. So yeah. I haven't seen. Are there any like early reviews or anything that you've seen out there?
I haven't checked that.
Oh, okay.
You know, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if actually there might be. All right, so I guess we get to what we're watching. I haven't really watched anything new.
No? Okay.
So like I'm sticking with Duster. Just the episode for this week I haven't watched yet, but so that's it. Oh, I did finish. Well, I said that last week, right? The Plumbers. Did I say I finished it?
I don't think you said you finished it last.
Oh, okay. Well, then I finished
definitely
it. Yeah.
talked about it last week, but I didn't think you had quite finished it. Yeah.
Okay, so then I finished that then. Right? That's what I finished. The Washington Plumbers, and that is it. It's good. I like it. I think it's pretty funny. The portrayal of how they did that show, but also it's pretty sad. Like of what happened. Like not with really what happened to his man. Hey, they did what they did. But like their families. One of the guys' families. Like his wife died in that plane crash, which is some people are suspecting that it could be government related because the FBI got there first and then the firemen.
Wow. Okay.
Well, FBI they know how to put out fires too, Daniel.
Yeah, I'm sure. Different kinds of fires, but sure. I'd argue they know how to start more fires than they know how to put out.
Then also like I mean like just going his family like the money and stuff like they're just going to because of him doing what he does. I think it's always suspected that I forgot the guy's name, but it's the character that Woody Harrelson plays. Like, was he the guy that really killed JFK? Like that was always the thing. And then I think there's a rumor out there like he said it on his deathbed that he did it. He did it.
Trust me, Dominic, I'm gonna say a lot of things on my deathbed just to confuse people.
Yeah, exactly. I always think
I was the Zodiac killer. Like, whoa, wait a second.
I was just thinking about Norm Macdonald saying, like, what if, like, he said on his deathbed, he just said, like, I'm dead, but he knows what he did. Like, he'll just say, like, his barber, say, I'll just blame my barber. He knows what he did. And like that beat, so he just right and save me.
Jeez.
So it just people just wondering like what the fuck he do. Yeah, because I didn't really go too much into it, but I was just trying to see like what was like real because I don't know all the details of this. But I still find it funny that they broke in like 4 times and they're like they didn't call it off. Like I feel like after hell, you did it 2 times. Like I thought that would be like a little over. Like yo, like it didn't work. It's like just
but if you don't face consequences those first 3 times, then you try again.
Man, but yeah, it was a good show. But it's funny how like one of the guys, the other partner of the Woody Harrelson partner, like he stood he never cracked. I mean, you say crack like he stood firm, like he just did his time because he said he was going to be a traitor. But it's like, dude, they didn't care about you. I think that's how the movies portraying it. Maybe it's like that in real life. But I mean, I'm just thinking though that they didn't care about you. Like they didn't like Dan Nixon, recorded himself to cover his own ass, which ended up really messing it up. And then
Yeah.
and like it's like, dude, nobody like they didn't do any deal. They didn't do like they didn't try to get you what was this what's it called? Fuck. That's the word about you know where the president let
Impeached?
somebody out of jail. Huh?
Oh, pardon him.
Pardon, yeah, you need pardons. I mean, that's what Woody Harrelson's character did. It because he's like, they ain't coming for us, and like he saw other people getting deals and stuff, and like he came too late. Like Woody Harrelson, he would have probably got off maybe if he would have came
Mm.
early and just said it. But he was thinking that he was going to get pardoned because he let the guy. Well, in this movie they portrayed it as the other guy convincing him that look, they're going to get us pardoned, and nope, the guy they were waiting for to help him was the one who told everything. So it's like, well, too late. Willie Harrison just got his time reduced and got into minimum security prison. While the other guy, like, apparently, I don't know if he really did this, but he seemed like he was helping people out with their appeals. And like, it was funny. He was talking to Willie Harrison. He was like, "Hey, I'm helping the Bishop call out with his appeals." And it was like, it was a black dude. It's a lot of black. Well, of course, there's a lot of blacks. And he was like, apparently, a lot of these guys were wrongly convicted. Apparently, a lot of these guys were wrongly convicted. So and then he was like, but one time he said, "Oh, there's this other guy he was talking to." He said, "Oh, he was in for murdering like his cousin. But it's okay. Apparently he had it coming. He had it coming." like that character is funny. It's hilarious. And like he's some semi-Nazi guy. I don't know. I'm kind of gonna look at this to see if that agent partner is really like that. And like he was interested in that. But I know he was on Fox News stuff. Like he used to be on a segment on Fox News, like they might talk to him every now and then. He just died like some years ago. Like it wasn't that long ago when he died. Now Willie Harrison's character died, I think. I don't know. I forget. It was like it's been more years. I had a lot of years. But I think it was it past the 90s? Maybe I think he still lived past the 90s, maybe, or maybe it was in the 90s. I don't know. I know he was older. Technically, he was older than the other guy. Yeah, it was good. Like I think it was overall it was a good show.
Nice.
All right. So what have you been watching?
So I watched Ironheart. There were 3 more episodes this week. That was it for the series. It was just 6 episodes. I was talking last week about how I was hoping that it would stay kind of grounded and a smaller thing, and they did, and I really appreciate that. Overall, I would think the series succeeded at what it was trying to do, kind of giving character to Riri that she really didn't get out of appearing in Black Panther. I think they do a good job with that. I think they also do a good job kind of building the characters around her. The one character that is kind of a villain, kind of a friend, I feel like it's maybe a little bit of a spoiler, so I'm not going to mention him by name. I don't think he works as well, but I think the main cast works really well, including what is his name? Anthony Ramos, I think, the guy who was in Hamilton and Transformers. I think he does a good job as kind of the main villain of the series. And in Marvel fashion, it does have ties to a larger potential, but nothing like directly necessarily. It's not like, oh, this is leading into Fantastic Four or anything like that, which I think in a lot of ways early on that's kind of what helped Marvel keep one kind of solid direction into Avengers, was everything kind of led into the next thing specifically, whereas now we're in this like greater universe where it's like, oh, this might hint at this, but it's not going to directly correspond to this. But at the end of the day, they'll all kind of like a telltale game. All of your choices will eventually converge into one non-choice. and I think maybe that doesn't work as well, but I think it works fine here. Um, just for the potential of what it could lead to. It's a relatively big thing that they leave off with here. And at the same time, I think it does a lot to further Riri's character and potentially give you either, the kickoff to season 2 of this or a movie proper, if that's the direction they wanted to go with her. Yeah, so I think overall it's quite enjoyable. 6 episodes, pretty easy to get through too. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of kind of downtime and filler here. It really gets to the point of what it's trying to do and gets there pretty successfully, I think.
All
And
right.
then
All right.
sorry.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you got another movie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Sinners, that's out on HBO now. You had kind of said this isn't that great a movie. There's been a lot of talk around it, so I wanted to check it out. I think it's kind of uneven. Like, when we talked about it, you talked about kind of the vampire stuff not really doing a lot in this movie. It's not doing a lot of heavy lifting. And it's really not. It's kind of a tale of two movies. The
Yeah,
beginning of it
yeah, exactly.
is very much, kind of focused on these twin brothers who are both played by Michael B. Jordan and
No,
them kind
that's
of.
his twin. He has a real twin. That's
Oh, really?
Michael.
Oh man.
Yeah, exactly. His name
That
was
explains
Michael
Michael C.
C.
Jordan.
Jordan. Yeah,
Yeah.
Michael C. Jordan.
Yeah. So, I think he does a fantastic job playing against himself. You don't really notice that he's, just one person necessarily. I think he does a good job at, they're not that distinct to characters. I think they're relatively close in personality. It's not like you have one
Yeah,
that's like this super ambitious dude and this other one who's like, I don't know, we should play it safe.
yeah,
So, it's not really like, oh, he's playing these very, like, he deserves an Oscar for this or anything like that. But I think he does a good job. It's pretty seamless what he's doing here. The dude that plays Sammy, I think, does an all right job. There are a couple other characters in there, but I don't think anybody necessarily stands out as this incredible character. But then you get into, they start the juke joint, and it's basically like this one night, and then the vampires come along. But the thing that uh, tell me if you kind of got this, the musical performance,
mhm.
because I looked this up afterwards and I just saw people kind of like raving about this scene. And the guy's playing music, and then you see him go into like 80s hip hop clothing, and you start to hear some different kind of rhythms to it, and you see like more traditional African attire and stuff like that. And it's like it's supposed to be about the transcendence of music and how it goes through generations.
Yeah.
But why?
But why did they even show that? Like, what was the point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Like, how
what does
does
it
that what does
fit in
that
the
do for
movie,
the
right?
plot at all?
Yeah, that's and see, that's what I problem
Especially
I have.
especially
Is
with
that
the point it happens in the movie. Like, I think there's some interesting things that they do with timeline because you have those vampires, right? Like, if it were like a vampire thing and it's like, okay, they're sharing memories, this guy's a billion bajillion years old, he's
yeah.
seen it all. He's gonna see it in the future because he could potentially be alive for that. If you tied into that, but it just feels so random
Yeah,
with
and see
where it
that
is in the movie.
I was saying it's like I know why people like it. Like I understand how people like it. And like but I just saying as a structure of a movie, it don't make sense. It's just something that's nice, yeah, but it's like But what does that have to do with the movie? It's like it's real cool,
Yeah,
but
like because I saw people, online talking about like, oh yeah, it's about the transcendence of music and how above all, like
and
music
well, I wish
holds
the
us
movie was about
together,
that.
and that's what yeah,
I,
it's like okay, but
I,
where are you pulling this from outside of just like people saying that? Because yes, music can be transcendental and stuff like that. Um, at the end of the day, like there are a lot of enjoyable parts about this movie. I don't love all of it.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't I don't think it's a bad movie though. Um, but it definitely feels disjointed. It very much feels like a movie of two halves and then separated by this very weird musical performance.
That's why I
Um,
want to know who edited it. Like how the
yeah,
editing. Like, why did you think this was okay? And I mean, hey, guess from the results, you can say that, but
yeah,
I'm just saying as like just as a movie. Like, if I'm not talking people just going to see it and just like it. I mean, I'm just because you leave a lot of questions too. Like, I'm still don't know. Like, what's the Native Americans hold their thing with them? Like, you just show them going after them, and then they just disappear.
yeah. But that was it. Was literally like them talking trash about them, like, oh, they're doing something weird, and then they show up at their door and basically wanting to save this family and protect them because they're like vampire slayers or something like that. Which, like, cool. Let's hear more about that. Um, and then they go away, and then it's done. And then yeah, like
And I'm
I
still upset about like people are okay with this. Like I was having a little argument with a friend of mine's about it. Like the woman who said like come all in with the vampires, invite them all into the barn, and
yeah,
he was saying that because she was just frustrated, she wanted to go save her daughter. I said I know I said I understand, but I think that was easy. That was an easy way for the result of the vampires getting in. It was supposed to make
right.
some tension of them trying to get in. Just saying they all come in. It's like, man, that's easy. I said that's you didn't make no tension. It was really not a lot of tension with the vampires really breaking in or nothing.
Nah.
It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, I should say. Like you had the moment with the dude asking to come in. I mean, really asked, like come on in without just going in, and like that was all right. But yeah,
Mhm.
it was a lot of like things. I feel like, man, this could have been it's like this could have been a great movie, but like you said, with this disjointedness of it is like either
Yeah,
make
I think
a
the
great
premise
movie,
there's a
yeah,
lot there with that premise. I think it's and some of it is well done and some of it is maybe a little bit I don't want to say lazy necessarily, but they definitely took like an easier path for, like you said, like why is this woman screwing everybody over just because she wants to go out? Let her go then.
yeah. Like at
They're
that
trying to
point, like
save you. All of a sudden you're gonna create drama for everybody else. Like that, nah, get out of here. Your
it don't
husband's
make
already
sense
infected.
because it's at the end of the day, like yeah, you want to protect your daughter, but how? Like there's a whole bunch of vampires,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. We
and then the
should all
whole
leave
yeah.
and help you save your daughter.
And it was another one I was just thinking about too. Like when I saw you saw Sinners, it was something, yeah, something that didn't make. Oh yeah, the whole thing of them, these guys, like they coming from Chicago.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking people are after them, but they don't make it. It's like, oh, they got off scot free from
And that's,
Chicago.
there's like one line where I think it's the woman says, oh, you stole from both of the families and turned them on each other. They're going to come after you. And that was it.
Yeah, yeah. So I was like,
Yeah,
wow,
there's
like because that could have been the movie. Without take the
right.
vampires out, take the vampires out of this. That could have been the movie.
At the same time, I don't hate the idea of the vampires. It's just
No, I
they're
don't.
not
That's the thing. I don't.
utilized
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
a way
And
that
you guys
makes
in a way
a
to
lot of sense.
like I was. I thought like they'll be utilized. Either they were going to be racist, or they were going to try to convince them to be like. I mean, they did a little thing of like, hey,
Yeah.
we can come to our side. You have to live through that. But they didn't bring no attention to like people actually like even talking about it. Like say, hey, maybe we should be vampires or something like that. And somebody said, nah, it's not good for the soul or something. And like they didn't have a discussion or something.
And then to that point, like I forgot about the third part of the movie, which is then just the one brother going and killing all the racists. Which,
Yeah,
like, awesome, wow. But like, we just killed we just fought a bunch of vampires.
Yeah,
like,
I was like, oh yeah, yeah, Fiddle was racist too. I mean, yeah, people were probably happy with that, but it's like it was like just thrown in. It was like really, it's like
it really does. That's where the disjointed
Yeah.
stuff comes from, because it's like I can understand the beginning of this movie and that part of the movie, and then I can understand the vampire part of the movie and then the very end of the movie. But like, why are all four of those pieces connected to each other?
Oh yeah, and the woman, like she's leaving her like she's messing around her husband to the juke joint.
Mhm.
I thought it was gonna be like her husband's gonna come there or something. No, nothing with that.
Yeah. He couldn't have been a vampire. What's
There's
going
really
on here?
no consequences with like
There
these
were
guys.
no consequences.
Like the consequences that happened wasn't because of had nothing to do with what they did. Like then,
No.
really. Yeah,
It just they happened to get on the wrong side of some vampires
yeah.
because they didn't let them come inside and drink their blood. And I think that's what it boils down to, is like they set up a whole bunch of interesting premises and then they go, nah, vampires. And then we go, you know what? Vampires are cool. I think this is a dope movie. Yeah. I don't hate this movie. I enjoyed, for the most part, what I watched.
I don't know how you do a sequel, because I saw some people saying like there should be a sequel. I said, but what is it?
It is what's the movie I'm trying to think of? It's Boys in the Hood, but with vampires.
Oh.
That's what it is. Starring Michael B. Jordan, of course.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Not that most of this conversation hasn't in some way, shape, or form been a spoiler. Yeah, again, like I'm not going to even recommend people not see this movie. I think it's an all right movie. But let's not say that this is something like better than Transformers level action movie, or even like a Marvel thing.
People are going to say that. And this is like this movie is like they more think pieces on this movie, man. Like, I went in thinking that
I would like to go back and read some of those, because I saw like I said, I immediately looked for like information on that music, portion, and saw the think pieces on that where it's like, yes, this is amazing, it's life-changing. And it's like, okay, maybe someone saw this in IMAX, because that's one of the posts I saw on like Reddit or something. It was like, I saw this in IMAX and it was incredible. Like, that probably was a cool experience, because like it's good music.
Yeah, I mean, it looked good. I mean,
why?
Nice. Yeah.
Why did it happen?
Yeah, like I don't know, man. It's like like this. That was a cool, nice scene, but also it doesn't fit this movie at all. Whatever.
No,
it's
like even if you told me it was like, oh, Sammy is, and again, like bits and pieces, right? Because like they do at some point say, oh, they're here for Sammy, the vampires. So like if you told me that, he was some kind of future seer or something like that, and that's why, we started to see this stuff, he has some sort of like powers. Maybe that would make a little more sense.
Like some type of powers, like the voodoo lady. She didn't really do much.
No.
Well, with that stuff, she knew how to kill the vampire. But I was thinking she was going to put some stuff together that's kind of something. Like she was going to put do some kind of potion or something or whatever, like she does, and that would. But it didn't do much with that. Like,
and
with
now
the
you
vampire.
make me think about that, and like, talk about scenes with tension, like the garlic scene, right? Where they're like, okay, we each got to take a piece of garlic. And you have two people in that scene that act very oddly when they eat garlic. And it's weird. Like the woman doesn't want to, and then she does. And she kind of freaks out, but then we move on. And then the guy freaks out. And then it's like, okay, well, like he's just had a lot of alcohol and he's going to vomit because, like, who eats an entire clove of garlic after they've drank way too many beers? But why was she freaking out? And why was nobody concerned about that?
Yeah.
I guess is where my issue with the tension comes from.
And like, why did she want to?
Yeah.
Like, just to prove that she
allergic
wasn't.
to garlic? Does she just not like garlic?
Because how did she die? She got killed by a vampire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got bit. I think somebody had to kill her, right? She got bitten, and then I forget. But it wasn't that. It was she wasn't a vampire. I'm trying to remember. She wasn't a vampire at that point.
No,
so,
I don't think she got turned.
So then it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense then. Like for you to
she wasn't a vampire at that point. No.
Yeah, so that means it doesn't make sense for her to act that way. It's like, why are you making yourself suspicious?
Yeah.
You might say, "Oh, I don't like garlic." It's like, no, I'm gonna prove I'm not a vampire. What the fuck? It's like shit.
I'm a man.
Like all you do is chew it. Like like you're gonna react a certain way. You ain't gonna just throw up. You're gonna react probably a weird way. But yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's a movie that feels in a lot of ways that it's
this isn't a was it Peele? Jordan Peele type of movie. That's the thing. Like I can't compare it to how Jordan Peele.
It's not a Jordan Peele type movie?
No, I'm saying it's not as good to be like as those. It's not
not at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't even really like the Hollywood one, but yeah, it's not even.
No, I didn't like either.
It's not even like a think piece on that level. Like this is not a deep movie.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think some people they see it that the people I looked at the comments and stuff. They see it that way.
This is a general audience. Like this is the most general audience. I'm gonna give you what you want movie. Like how many sex scenes are in there for no point whatsoever? Granted, you don't really see.
Yeah.
But like the amount of times that they talk about oral for no reason whatsoever.
I think that's what my sister said. That they said either she said they say pussy or something. So a lot of times, a lot or something. Even the
vampire talking to the woman before she invites them all in. Like that's what sets her off. Is like, oh, I know what you taste like because I'm in your husband's head or whatever. It's like,
yeah.
What are we doing here? Yeah, it is. This is a Transformers movie, Dominic. It is a fun little romp, but there is not that much more to it than that. And maybe that is. I'm sure I can find a think piece online that will say like that attitude coming from me is specifically because I am white, and that's not where I want to go with this. But it doesn't seem much deeper than that, Dominic. It really doesn't.
Yeah, it's because you're white.
See? Hey, wait a second. You didn't like this movie? Yeah,
I didn't. But my reasons are different.
Oh, okay.
They're not because they're black people. That's not the you don't like them because they're black people.
Did you end up watching the red letter media on this after we talked about it?
I didn't. I didn't watch it.
Okay.
So compared
now I'm
to what they
thinking back
said,
to it.
Yeah.
It just they went so easy on it. I don't know.
And I don't know why. Yeah. Because the way you told me, I was like, they didn't ever go easier. Like there was a lot of stuff to say wrong about this movie. So for you to tell me that they said they enjoyed it, liked it, I'm like, dirt. But they go hard these other movies, like with some stuff. Like why did they go hard on this one? Maybe they are. Maybe they're reverse racism. They're like, hey, for some black people to make this movie, this is pretty good.
Oh
It's
no.
like,
Lowered expectations. Jesus.
yeah,
Nah, I mean, again, this is a fun movie. It looks fantastic. I think visually it is a good looking movie. But from a narrative standpoint, this does not stand on the shoulders of giants. This stands on the back of a Michael Bay movie. Like this is pure summer action romp, and like I'm accepting of that, and it feels like other people should be accepting of that too.
yeah. There's some people are like some people could even say like, hey, it's just a it's not that serious or something like that. But most of the time, I see that is when people they're defending it from people who are saying what problems are with it. But the only reason that people are even saying the problems with it is because of those they react to people saying that it's like such a like say a think piece, and it's like yo, it's not. I say it's really not. I don't. I mean, look, you can like the movie, but man, it's not. It's not. I think it tries to be, and maybe it tries to be deep, but I think they went with it wrong. They went lazy with it. It could have been something really real.
It's funny,
It could.
but like the only thing that feels like it's trying to be deep though, even in this movie, is literally that music sequence. That's the only thing that it feels like they put any level of extra like you should think about this onto, everything else just feels like you're spoon feeding me like what's going on and where we're going with this movie. That's it.
It's like they could have made it deep. They could have made it deep with the vampires and stuff, with
Absolutely.
the whole Irish thing.
I was gonna say,
Those,
especially because they're the main guy at least is an Irish
yeah,
vampire, and of course, depending on who you hear it from, oh, the Irish were treated, just like and it's like you could have absolutely gone in that direction, and we didn't all the way. We maybe again hinted at this or that or and you can't tell me like, oh, it deserves this many think pieces because they mentioned something, you know what I mean? Like at a certain point the movie actually has to do something deep for me to care about it
yeah,
deeply
exactly.
enough to like not just give it all of this, you know I can say anything about the movie, I can attribute my own this, that, or the other thing to any movie ever. I could say, Jurassic Park is a piece about the human condition and, the way that the dinosaurs are treated, even though they were just creations by the people who in this place are, replacements for God or something like, I could wax on for days and just say things, but that doesn't mean it's ever true.
Yep. All right.
I think we've
That's
shit
it.
on sinners enough, don't
Yeah.
we?
Was that, all
Again,
right. Just
if you got HBO Max, like check it out. I think it's an all right movie. It's just not. It's not what maybe some people are attributing it to be online. So enjoy it for what it is.
all right. Let's get to what we're playing. So yeah. So I play some Swarm 2, which is a Oculus or a MetaQuest VR game.
Okay.
It can be played on MetaQuest VR 2. Um, and So I played the first one. I told you about the first one before. So
Mhm.
this one, I think the difference they added like a dash, I think, to it. They probably add some other stuff too, but I just can't. I mean, I haven't played a ton of Swarm. I mean, I played a lot of the early stages of Swarm, the first one, but I haven't played it in so long, and so I can't tell you everything. I played from a few
Mhm.
stages on this one. I mean, it's still fun. Like this is the game where you zip around in a kind of arena area, usually probably above some water or something, and these alien spaceships. They kind of look like the they're like kind of like ships from what in Space Invaders or something. But I
Okay.
mean not digital like, but they look like it's like a 3D drawn version of it. But I'm just saying like they're not totally like super
Pretty
detailed.
simplistic. Yeah.
Yeah, and you kind of shoot them, you get points and stuff like that. But then you get some like bigger ships that come that shoot missiles. You can shoot the missiles before they hit you, and you can zip around, kind of like Spider-Man or whatever. And
Yeah,
now
that's
you got like
definitely
a
speed.
dash, and now you got like a dash button where you can kind of dash forward too while you're in the air. So that creates a level of more movement around, which is kind of funny because that's how like Borderlands 2, I think, just added too with that. Borderlands 4 added that, just added that to the game. Anyway, so I got to the part where you fought like this big boss robot, and that was fun. That was pretty crazy. And yeah, man, it was a fun game. It was real fun. Yeah, I'll definitely
In
be playing
this,
some
if
more
you
of that.
land on like the ground or in the water, is that like an
I think
instant
you
game
get
over or a
lose
reset or
you
something?
lose health. You use health.
Okay.
Now I don't know on a harder difficulty. Maybe you just die. I don't know, but I'm just playing on normal.
It's
You
relatively
get
easy to transverse around with the swinging stuff.
yeah yeah
Okay.
they make it pretty easy. Like I gotta get used to it again because I haven't done it in so long. But after a
Sure.
while, I got to get used to the feeling. Um,
Looks awesome.
also,
It
I
just also looks like maybe I would get motion sickness from it just because of how fast it moves.
uh, also I played some I forgot I didn't write up here, but what's it called?
Kung Fu
Kung Fu
Panda.
Fruit or something. What's it? Is that what it's
Oh,
called?
fruit like Fruit Ninja.
Fruit Ninja. That's what it is. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Fruit Ninja 2. Yeah, I played Fruit Ninja 2. And now I did play Fruit Ninja 1, but I couldn't tell you what what it was like. So, but Fruit Ninja 2 is like it's this you start in this dojo area and you I don't even know why you pick your weapon because when you go pick your stage, you'll get the weapon. But I guess you keep that
Mm.
weapon on you because I did. I picked the crossbow stage first, and but I was using my bow, my regular bow, doing it, and I was just doing that. And then I looked on the side, I saw crossbows. It's like, oh, I said this was a crossbow stage, wasn't it? So I put my bow down. I was like, oh, why do we even have this bow then? Like it made me pick a bow at the beginning of the stage. I was like, what the hell was this for? Um, but yeah, I did like some mini games with the crossbow. Then I did some mini games. Then I went to another area where there was mini games to do with the swords. And then I went back to the dojo area where you could just leave out the front of the dojo and you're out in this garden area and you could do different type of stuff there too. And they even got it like where like they got these gold fruit where I guess you can shoot 10 of them, you'll get some points or something special or something. And I think you use
Mm.
those things to unlock different maybe either I don't know about maybe outfits or the weapons, like different weapon skins or something like that with the currency, I guess. Um yeah, I just played some of that just to see how that was, and yeah, it was fun. I mean, it's just Fruit Ninja. You play Fruit Ninja before, it's 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 just that, but just in a bigger area space and with more weapons now, not just swords.
Mm.
Um, also, I think that's really what I've only played on the Oculus. But I did finish Unicorn Overlord. I actually finished that like last week, well, 2 weeks ago. But I just forgot to mention it. Yeah, I finished that. Yeah, the game is great, and it was a good ending. Like it was definitely challenging. Um, I mean, yeah, it was. Yeah, it's definitely more challenging if you're not leveled up like to a certain point.
Mm.
Excuse me. But if you got your team set up in like in a way where you could just basically always almost dominate the guys, like you're going to be good. Like it doesn't even matter about the difficulty, because I think at that point in the game you're going to be like high. It's really just having your teams built in the right way. Because I didn't have a team; it was strong, but it was going against a team that had all its weaknesses and like it wasn't like I didn't die, but I was doing a lot of damage on them. Um, so I had to bring somebody else over to them and to give them backup. But yeah, it was like the game overall is it's great. It's a long game. I mean, it's a lot there. I mean, because there's a lot of extra stuff. I did almost everything that was like extra in the game. Um, but man, it's good. Like it's a really good game. Like If you see it available on PS5 or Switch, you should play it. I mean, I think the Switch one runs all right. Um, but yeah, I mean, I wish it would come on everything because those guys don't put games on the PC, which like I
Right.
don't know why they're afraid of the PC, but whatever. Um, Also, I played the because I finished Apollo Justice like trilogy,
Mhm.
the Ace Attorney games. I played the Ace Investigation. That's Miles Edgeworth, the prosecutor, where he's basically a detective. Like you're not really in the courtroom. And I finished the first game. So now I'm about to play the second one. I talked about this game years ago before, and the improvements in this is only graphically, like the hand drawn down look of it, like the cartoon look of it now, instead of
Yeah.
the old pixelated look. So yeah, I mean it's all right. Um, I also played a little Doom Eternal. I did play when you got into the big robot that stage. I did that in the Oculus because it seemed like the Xbox app was working better in the Oculus. It ran better there, so I didn't have all that pixelated look when it's like struggling to stream it. So yeah, I mean it was fun. It was fun doing that. I mean, I didn't feel like anything special with it though. Um, Being a robot really. But it was all right. I kind of wish it was more something to do with the destruction, with like the destruction of some of the environments and stuff with that. I wish it was more like you could do damage, like use that to with the enemies, against enemies or something. I wish you could like pick up stuff maybe or something. I don't know. Something more than just punching them. I mean, it's still fun, but it was okay.
Yeah.
I played some Lost and Random. I got to like the third level before I died, and it is where you just like in Hades, once you die, you start from the beginning. Um, but you're stronger. You like you acquire things to make yourself stronger, to make it like, hey, your health bar is higher, maybe, or like your this weapon is particularly stronger now when you use it. So it's easier to get through the early levels. And yeah, the story's pretty good too. I like the voice acting in this. It does make me really interested in the first game. Let's see how like that, like where does that start off at, and
Mhm.
everything. Um, it's called Lost at Random Eternal Die. The Eternal Die. That's what it's called. I think that is it from what I really play. I mean, I played some football and baseball games. NCAA football, I should say. Um, on Game Pass. Been playing some MLB show, but nothing really else. Yeah, so that's it. So what you been playing?
All right, I finished off Zelda, the Link's Awakening remake on Switch 2. Um, yeah, like I said, not much more to say besides it runs well, looks good. Um, that remake is everything that it needs to be when it runs at a proper frame rate. Played some Hot Wheels Unleashed, just looking for games that my daughter might be interested in. She's kind of into Hot Wheels, and she's into Mario Kart, so like racing. This is more like racing. Like there's no real power ups. You get a boost, but outside of that, it's you going forward. They kind of rely a lot on the drift. There's a lot of sharp corners and stuff like that. Um, but for the most part, outside of it not working like the Mario Kart one does, so for like me being used to it being like that, it took some getting used to. But it's a game that looks good. The tracks are really cool. I mean, they do a lot to emulate the Hot Wheels aesthetic. It's usually taking place in a larger room, so you are kind of Hot Wheels scale, and then some of the levels just are absolutely wild with how many pieces and things they have moving. And then they also have kind of the gimmicky stuff. They have T-Rexes, they have like anacondas and stuff that open and close their mouths while you're trying to race through. I think it all works pretty well. The only thing I don't really love is the way they very much put up front a lot of the DLC stuff, including the cars. where you start in the car selection, if you go left instead of right, you start to get into those cars immediately. And they're cool looking cars. I just don't necessarily want to spend money on this game that I'm not going to be spending a lot of time with necessarily. And then in the kind of like campaign map area where you do a lot of the single player stuff, they immediately like, hey, Batman needs help in Gotham, and Bugs Bunny needs help over here, and Monster Truck Gravedigger needs help over here. And then you scroll over them and it takes you to the store page to buy, the expansions for each. And then they also do the thing where in order to progress to the next like racing level in that mode, you have to have a certain number of Hot Wheels coins that you get from coming in specific places in the game. And because this stuff doesn't have like the accessibility features of a Mario Kart, where the game mostly just plays itself, my daughter's not doing very good on these levels, so she's not necessarily getting the points necessary to move on to something new. And for her, that's frustrating. And for me, that's frustrating because I can't just let her play this game. It has to be like, okay, you try the race. If it didn't work out for you, then I'll try the race.
Well, it's not meant for girls. Me, I say girls. Well, kids her age.
How dare you, Dominic?
Yeah, well, yeah. You know, I'm saying that too.
There's a Barbie van in there, Dominic. How dare you?
Yeah. It's not made for Hot Wheels is not meant for her. It's not meant for girls. Should be playing Barbie racing or something. Yeah.
There's a Barbie camper van in there. Thank you very much. Which you have to pay for.
God darn.
Yeah. And I had mentioned this to you before recording, but they also say hell in there. Like it's a hell of a race. And it just feels like what age are they going for this? I don't think this is actually.
Is it a rated?
You know what? I don't know, to be honest. It's got to be E10 plus or something at least, I would say. Let me see if it says it on the Epic Store right here real quick. Because in a lot of ways I could see this being like, oh, it's not rated E. It's for, people our age who maybe played with, Hot Wheels as a kid.
Oh, still do, Daniel.
And maybe still it is rated E for everyone, actually. I mean, it's like you said,
go ahead, Daniel. Do the old parent thing and complain.
I'm gonna put this on my
hell. My dude stores my daughter to the word hell.
I think there was also like a podcast ad that I was listening to at some point, or no, it wasn't podcast. It was Spotify. When I had Spotify and was listening to ads, and it would be like, this is a hell of a cup of coffee or something like that. And I'm like, why do you got to be so aggressive in this ad for coffee? Like, what's going on here? I know it's literally the lightest curse word, but at the same time, again, like the whole reason I tried not to.
Or like, why have it for this rated E game? Like, why even say that?
Why is it necessary? Yeah. Yeah, you could. Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
Man, I'm getting old because I can hear my kids saying, "What the hell is wrong with you? Stop being a pussy."
That's what I'm trying to avoid. Like, I don't need her saying that at 5. She can say that at 10. Like, that's fine. But yeah, no. And again, like it's not a matter of like I don't want my daughter saying curse words. She's not at an age where she understands what she's saying fully.
She's at an age where she can sound cool saying them.
And that's the thing. Yeah, I don't want her just trying to use words because she thinks it's cool. There's a place and a time for these words, and like me and her, that's fine. Her and her teacher, maybe not so much. So like, if that means I just have to avoid, having these words around her, then that's the.
Like, that was a hell of a test, teacher.
Exactly. And then the last one was Short Hike. This is another one where I was just kind of going through games. One that I had missed out on and wanted to go back and revisit, but also something that I thought either she can watch me play or she can try out because it has a very similar aesthetic to the Gator game, which she likes. In fact, when I was playing it the one morning and she came down, she's like,
Wait,
"You're
is that
playing
is
my
that
game."
is that Gator Games? Should I recommend that to my
Yes,
niece?
actually. Outside of, again, it's one of those ones where there's no voice acting. So like
Oh, she
getting
can
the
read, so yeah,
okay.
she should be fine.
Then that's a perfect game for that. Gator Game is like a light Zelda game
That's what it's called,
almost.
right? And it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, the Gator Game. Yep. I don't know if it's on Game Pass anymore, unfortunately.
Oh,
Actually, I think it's definitely not because I think I bought it for the Switch because it wasn't on Game Pass anymore. Um, but like around this time when there are sales and stuff, you should be able to pick it up pretty cheap if not. Um, but yeah, Gator Game's a good one. It's very, there's not like a lot of enemies that you're fighting. There are like things for you to hit with your stick. But it's mostly like platforming and kind of adventuring type stuff. And for someone that can actually read, I think that's, very good game for that. She also likes like it just while we're talking about recommendations for that stuff, like Goose Game likes that a lot. There's not really much in the way of words, so it's really just trying to figure out what you're intending to do while being a silly goose. Although there are objectives if you pause the game, now that I think about it. And then there was one Donut County. We've talked about that before, but she
oh shit, and
absolutely loves that
like
game.
the damn what's it called?
What's that?
The goat game. What's the goat game called?
Oh yeah, Goat Simulator.
Yeah, Goat Simulator.
She's tried that and has had fun with it, but it's not something that she's asking to go back to a lot. Which I was
I
surprised.
don't care. I don't care about her, Dan. You're talking about my niece.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, as far
I'm
as
sorry.
like
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
experience.
I was joking with
I hear you.
her.
No, but just like from my experience, because I know like Jeff Grubb, the one guy from Giant Bomb now, like his daughter's always asking in the background
I
for
get
like, oh, I
grub
want to
mixed
play
with grums.
Grum. Hey, yeah, don't do that. Definitely don't do that.
Because
Follow
I was
Grub, don't follow
no,
Grums.
because no, I followed Grub, and I was thinking like he was Grubs for some reason. I was like, why am I following him? I was like,
Yeah.
oh, then I look at his profile pic, and I said, okay, oh,
Not a weird anime thing. Yeah. So yeah, but Short Hike, it is a relatively short game. It's honestly a little more of a game than I expected. It can be completed in about 30 minutes, probably a little shorter if you're trying to quote unquote mainline it, but it is one little island mountain that you're trying to get up. But there are mechanics to it. You have to collect these gold feathers in order to be able to climb for longer or fly for longer, stuff like that. So it's really about getting the
you said
collectibles
fly.
that are kind
You
of
can
scattered.
fly.
You can, it's mostly gliding,
Oh,
honestly. It's
okay.
falling with style.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so it's not really a lot of flying, but you can get over a gap with it and stuff like that. But really that's what it's about is getting those gold feathers, and to get some of those gold feathers you have to collect coins because you got to pay for them. And then there's also seashells to pick up and give to one of the people. And some of the people along the path will give you other activities to do. Oh, I'm looking for my headband. Oh, do you want to race? Stuff like that. But for the most part, I think you could like 100% this game in about an hour and a half if you're taking your time. But it's nice. It looks like I said, like the Gator game, which is kind of Supercell shaded. This one has, I remember seeing it as like this super pixely game. They actually have the ability for you to turn that down or off entirely. And I had actually turned it off entirely to play the game. I got to go back and turn it on and see how it looks. In the pixely form, it looks almost like a early like PS1 game where it's like, whoa, they're kind of maybe pushing this hardware in a way that we aren't expecting to just yet. But I think it has a very unique aesthetic, especially with those pixel filters turned on. Yeah, and there's more depth to it than I expected, to be honest with you, and I really enjoyed that. So good game, recommend it.
All right, so I guess we'll take a quick break. When we get back, we get to the gaming news.
All
Yeah,
right,
because no flashback segment because there wasn't really any games worth talking about. So we go straight
because
to the
nobody
gaming
loves
news.
July.
Yeah, and we're back. So let's get to the gaming news. What we got?
All right, Dominic, it's happening. Hell is frozen over. Helldivers 2 is coming to Xbox on August 26th. This is the first PlayStation uh pro- produced, I guess, game coming to the Xbox. Makes a lot
Oh,
of sense. I mean, this is a live
so MLB the
game.
show don't count.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right about that actually. Yeah. Did they
So
Yeah, they did what is the
yeah,
word
yeah,
I'm looking for? Not produced.
publish.
Published. Thank you. Yeah, they did publish the show, didn't they? Or
Yeah,
was that MLB that published the show?
no. It was them because they
Okay.
come up at the
They
beginning.
wrote those on.
That's PlayStation logo thing. The show
Gotcha.
baseball players.
Yeah, you know what? Baseball doesn't count, Dominic. But
but
yeah.
no, Helldivers 2, yeah, I hope it'll get no sales. Hope it get no sales on Xbox. It's like I was joking.
It won't
Yeah, I mean,
because nobody owns an Xbox anymore, Dominic.
yeah, and I'm assuming they're gonna make it crossplay because they're gonna have to.
Oh yeah, that would be
Especially if
the
they're
only
selling it.
reason to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's good that it's up there. I mean, it's not like I can't play it. I mean, because
Yeah, PC.
I got the PC. Is I get it on Steam. Um, like the only thing is like I would want it on Game Pass. That's why I won't have to pay for it. But I know that's not going to
Right.
happen. At least not now anyway. But no. But for anybody with Xbox, yeah, they can get their hands on this great shooter that people enjoyed last year. And because they had a few updates recently too. Because I talked to somebody who plays it and he said he was enjoying it.
Nice.
Excuse me, with the updates.
Awesome. All right, Dominic, another one here. After 16 years, EA is teasing a new NCAA basketball game. They haven't even released an NBA game in the last 7 years since the Live franchise took
I'm sort
a
of
crap
excited
in the
because
mid.
I've been wanting NCAA basketball for a long time. Because I definitely like NCAA basketball, like just in like overall better than NBA basketball. Like, well, as for NCAA football, like I like the video game better than Madden, but I don't like NFL football better than. But I like NFL football better than NCAA football,
Right.
though. Like, yeah, because the reason is because look, my team, like, I'm more. I mean, even though I like the college like experience stuff, it's just I don't know because I don't know why I'm not into football like I am into basketball. I mean, I think I always like basketball early, and then the team I like, Maryland, is usually good in basketball, not really football. So I never grown attached to that. And
Mm-hmm.
then I think because of the blowouts, because like if it's like like you don't really see a whole lot of upsets in NCAA football, like with the smaller colleges. Like if you're a smaller college, like, you're gonna lose to the bigger colleges most likely. Like it's
Yeah.
rare. Like that's really rare for upsets like that. While in basketball, that could happen. I mean, because it's
Mhm.
more physicality in football. Because look, some guys might not just be physical, in those lower levels as the guys they get in at the bigger schools. Um, so yeah, I think it's something like competition with that. I mean, yeah, of course now the competition with the bigger schools, it's usually there sometimes. But yeah, but the basketball game, I did like it because I love the tournament format. I mean, NCAA basketball tournament is like the best tournament of everything. Like it's just so cool.
Yeah.
With how it's formatted and how the format of it, the like randomness that could possibly happen there, especially in recent years. It's like the best thing, and I miss it. I used to play the video game back really a lot on the PS2 era, but when it got when I got to like 360 of them, I just didn't really care much for it as much because I think the game was just wasn't there for it. I mean, I hope EA makes it good. I mean, like all you need to do is make it okay for me, like gameplay wise. Like I want the features to be there more. Like, see, I'm more a features guy with the sports games. Like, cause like the problems of like some of my friends might have with like some of the gameplay stuff is stuff I don't even bother with because I don't play really competitively anyway. I put that thing on normal or easy, so I'm always blowing teams out. I usually like simulate to a point where my team is losing, and then I just try to come back by having on easy. So I say, oh, I can just hurry up. Let's see how many touchdowns I can get, or I guess in basketball, like, hey, can I come back in the fourth quarter and have it on easy where I can always make every shot? Can I come back down like 20 points or something? But yeah, I mean, let's see what they do because I definitely don't want 2K to do it because I can say this: even though EA has the Ultimate Team card, they're not as predatory, yeah, as 2K is. Because in Dynasty mode on NCAA football, I don't see none of that stuff. Like I don't see nothing about like ultimate cards or anything. While 2K, they make it so that like you can't do certain things. I mean, it's still tied to your other accounts of like your my player. Like when you do single player, my player, man, they tie that to your regular my player. So you have to like unlock things and certain things, or if you want to unlock something, you have to buy it. MLB does the same thing, like 2K, where I was like, yo, single player should just be separate. Like that should be a separate mob like player. Like that's my creative player for a single player. You have a creative player for the mob player stuff. And nah, they just try to put everything all in one because they want to get all the money they can, even from the guys who just play single player. So I give it to EA on that. So yeah, I hope they do. I hope they do basketball.
Unless they're successful, in which case they'll go, oh, we can do the NBA thing now and take advantage even more.
I mean, hey, go ahead. I mean, it'd be competition. I mean, but I'd be surprised if they do that.
Oh, I don't mean the NBA game. Sorry, I just mean the NBA like card situation.
Oh, okay. Oh,
the 2K,
I think they
2K card situation.
But I think they 2K. Oh, okay. But I know they're gonna do Ultimate Teams with basketball.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna do that. Yeah,
they'll just find the worst way to do it. All right. Next up, Dominic. EA is also in the news for something less great, maybe. They're shutting down the Anthem servers that you didn't know were still up. Or at the very least, I didn't know were still up.
Well, yeah, I do because every now and then I look at. I think when I was doing the Dragon Age stuff, I see like Anthem, over there in the EA's Play Store. Yeah. So I'll be thinking like, oh, so because I think I looked it up recently, like maybe like a couple months ago, I looked up to see Anthem. You can still play this game because they still have it up there.
Still
like
pay for this?
Yeah, and I said, yeah, you can play it. It's not a lot of people up there, but you can play a lot of stuff single player in there. I said, oh, okay. So yeah, so I seen that they're shutting it down. Like they had it up there for that long, and just to think, like this game, as people would say, is a failure. But look how long it stood on the service compared to some other games that just shut down like that. Like this game stayed on, which is interesting. Like I wonder why. I wonder how that works.
All right.
Did I lose you?
Nah, sorry. I didn't realize the servers were still up. I also haven't really thought about Anthem much. It's a game that I remember us playing the like demo or whatever of and thinking it was actually an all right game. Like they could have turned it into something. It wasn't BioWare necessarily, to its core in the way that we expected BioWare games to be. And that's where a lot of the disappointment comes from.
Also, end game.
But
They said a lot of people was mad at the end game. It was a lot of stuff
yeah.
after the end game to do.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Content-wise, they just did not deliver for what they were trying to treat like a live service game, and that is proven to be the key point in making one of these games successful, is just making sure that you have the content to deliver. Um, could they have done another Anthem? Probably not. EA is just so gun shy with literally everything now. I don't know what they're going to have left when they look around and go, well, we've given up on all of these franchises. I mean, maybe, they have some new leadership come in and say, oh, it's time to reboot Mirror's Edge again, or, we're going to actually make Mass Effect happen for real this time. But and this is just kind of a tipping point, right? It's not, nobody really cares that the Anthem servers are going offline outside of the fact that it's another game that we're no longer going to be able to play, whether you've got the disc or not. This is a game that you're not going to be able to boot up and play. And I think there needs to be a plan in place for stuff like this going forward. They need to instill P2P servers, or the option for peer-to-peer or self-hosting or something like that for these types of games that allow us to continue to play these games. You shouldn't just be able to turn the stuff off and then it goes away for the forever. And I'm sure there's somebody out there that's trying to preserve, this game in some way, shape, or form, and God love them for that. But the reality is we really need to get to a point where we are demanding this of developers. If you're going to make this style game, you have chosen to do that. I need you to also then make sure you are setting us up as consumers for
Yes,
success
we
when
need to
you
go
inevitably
somewhere
shut down.
and hold some people hostage and make our demands.
Yeah. Well, I've got a target for you, Dominic, as we move on to this next story. Microsoft is laying off about 4% of their staff. That is over 9,000 people. That is not strictly Xbox. That
Small
is
potatoes,
Microsoft as a
Daniel.
whole. What's that?
Small
Small
potatoes. Small
potatoes.
potatoes. Yeah.
What did you tell me the total number of employees was? Like something
I
in
was
the
joking.
millions?
That
Oh,
was a
okay.
joke.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I said
Well, I
10
guess we could
million, Daniel.
extrapolate here, right?
What the hell? I said 10 million, didn't I? They ain't gonna freaking 10
I
million
don't
people.
remember. Everybody in the United States works for Microsoft, as it turns out. Yeah. So
Well, do it. What's 9,000? Do math, Daniel.
I was starting to, and then I was like, I can't do the math and talk at the same time, so I'm just gonna keep talking. So yeah, this isn't just Xbox, but Xbox is being significantly affected by this. The biggest thing, I guess, probably to us, is that they have killed Perfect Dark, Dominic. That game is no longer coming out. They closed the initiative, the studio that they had created, out of former Crystal Dynamics
225,000
employees.
people.
Is that what the number is? 25,000?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a lot of
the math.
employees. Okay. And then also Rare's Everwild has been canceled. Those are two games that we are aware of. We have seen officially. There are also several other unnamed projects, including a project from ZeniMax Online Studios, that have been canceled. They also, it sounds like there are deep cuts in Forza's Turn 10, which I think we talked about last week being a potential target for this. It sounds like about 50% of their staff has been cut. And there were also cuts to King and Raven, the Activision, studios that they picked up that make
That's a lot
Candy
of
Crush
people.
and work on Call of Duty.
Like to let go at the same time at one time.
Yeah, I mean that's the way
It's a
the
lot of
stuff has
employees.
been.
I mean, it's a lot of employees, but it's still a lot of people.
It is. It is a lot of people that then go out into the market of a market where other companies are doing the same thing, and how do they find replacement work? I think every turn since the merger, Microsoft has proven why I at least should have never supported them in this endeavor. I don't know what would have happened under, Bobby Kotick and remaining Activision Blizzard king as they were. If more jobs or fewer jobs would have been lost, I don't know. But this is not a good sign for games. I mean, we've talked about a crash happening, and I don't know what a crash looks like for video games in 2025. But honestly, with what we're seeing right now, it's hard to not say something's crashing. I guess the most frustrating thing is, like, we don't call it a crash because these companies are somehow still making a profit whilst not releasing games and
Yeah,
poorly managing the ones that are in production.
yeah. I think that's like, yeah, because the crash that happened, like businesses was just lost
Yeah.
and
This is a
everything.
consumer crash.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Like,
Because,
how do you showed us Perfect Dark last year as one of your tentpole things?
and I'm thinking
And then,
like, darn.
we were
So
wondering
Fable's
why
not
we weren't
canceled.
seeing it this year
So Fable's not canceled, but we didn't really see
yet.
much of like strict gameplay of that compared to
Yeah,
the showing you did with Perfect Dark. Compared to what show, I've been seeing
right.
things of Fable, but it wasn't when like somebody holding a controller playing.
Mhm. You didn't tell me this is in-game, gameplay footage or whatever. Yeah, it just and just like Perfect Dark, we didn't see Fable at all this year. Um, and if that game is taking,
Oh,
like,
that
I was
game's canceled, man. What
surprised.
the hell?
I was surprised that Perfect Dark hadn't been announced earlier than what I had seen people saying. What is this thing called? Series X debut. Initial. That's not the one I'm looking for. It was announced in 2020, so it's only been 5 years. Now, I say only. 5 years is a lot, but
I was
5
about to
years is
say.
also kind of not been a lot these past couple of generations. It feels like games are, taking longer and longer. Now, I don't know how long when did this game start, right? When did they first start working on this versus when we first saw it? Looks like the initiative was formed, it was established in 2018. So potentially it would have started around then. So we're going to say 7 years. That is a long time for a game.
That's a long time. That's like Grand Theft Auto. You getting Grand Theft Auto years.
And now I can't help but wonder what last year was then. What did they go, okay, we're going to make you show this game off, and then it's going to be nose to the grindstone, and you got to be able to release this within a year and a half or something like that? Or was this just, well, it's still not done yet, and we got to make this quota how many people we got to cut? So I guess this is one of the things that's going to get it. Because again, this was one of their 10 pole things. This was but wait, there's more for just last year. I could see if it's been like, okay, it's been a while since we heard about that thing, but this was last year. They finally brought it out and showed it off, and people seemingly were excited about it. And now here we are, a random Saturday in July, telling me that this game no longer exists. Maybe in 10 years we will get a playable demo of this having been scrubbed from a hard drive that some person that used to work at Microsoft had or something in their storage locker. But it is just, and this is just one example, right? Again, is Everwild never really seemed like a real product. That one doesn't really surprise me. It had been so long since we heard about that.
I totally forgot about the game, Dan.
Yeah, and that's rightfully so.
So that was gonna be a rare product. So another a rare game that doesn't happen.
And then what happens to Rare, right? Like, let's say even Fable comes out. If Fable doesn't hit, is Rare on the table for being killed?
Rare's doing Fable this time?
Oh, you know what? Rare's not even doing Fable. Oh, Jesus. It's the Playground Games guys that are doing that. The Forza Horizon people. So yeah, that means Rare is working on God knows what, maybe more Avatar sneakers. I don't know.
Yeah, man. That is like, I want to know who was there when they initially.
And
is there like some old
problem,
veteran,
right?
Some old veteran there. Because that was like over like 20 years. It was like 20 years or so ago.
I'm sure there's still, one artist there that's, been there the whole time, or a sound guy or something like that. But yeah, the head guys are no longer there. They haven't been there for a very long time.
Nah.
And we talk about that sometimes where, these studios are made up of people, and those people cycle through, and sometimes those studios aren't the same studios that you fondly remember making Banjo-Kazooie on the Nintendo 64 20 plus years ago. But at the same time, the idea that a studio that was once revered as like one of Nintendo's, second party, quote unquote, even though that wasn't ever really a thing, but whatever, that's what we believed at the time. That we could be looking at a future where that studio no longer exists.
I mean, for some people, it didn't exist once they left Nintendo.
I mean,
I give them Viva Pinata. Viva Pinata was, even though I never played it, but I saw it. I mean, I didn't play it much, like enough to really judge it, but I've seen people like it and describe it. So I'm like, that's probably the best thing they did.
I was gonna say, and it's kind of crazy that in that time, that's basically wouldn't even just say the best thing they did, but one of the only like impactful things that they have done.
Yeah. I mean, did they grab by the ghoulies? That's what it's called.
Yeah, grabbed by the ghoulies.
And they did
the Conker's remake. And they worked a lot on avatars.
Banjo-Kazooie.
Nuts and Bolts. Yeah. Battletoads. Did they do that new one? Oh, they did Sea of Thieves, Dominic. Of course, they did Sea of Thieves.
Oh, yeah, Sea of Thieves. I'm sorry.
But I think Sea of Thieves 2 has also been canceled, if I remember correctly.
It's been canceled? No, it hasn't.
Well, it was never announced necessarily, but it's not.
Wait a minute. Sea of Thieves, Daniel? I mean, the one that's supposed to be making so much money,
I was
even on
say,
PlayStation?
The one that's actually pretty. Let's Sea of Thieves 2.
Why Sea of Thieves? It was going to be a Sea of Thieves 2. I didn't think there was. I thought this was going to be one of those things where they just keep updating.
And that would be the smart thing. And maybe I am misremembering something I had heard. So yeah, let's ignore that. Yeah, because again, that doesn't really even make sense because it's succeeding very well in the grand scheme of things that are not succeeding.
That the
sending a message.
I say the message I get, the text message I gave you saying that the games that they seem like there's going to be made is games that they can continue to make money. They have to continue to make money from. Like,
which is what all of these companies are going after.
Like,
and
some
sure,
sort.
Like I want a thing that just provides me endless amounts of money too. But the reality is,
it's like you're
that's
messing
not
up.
everything.
It's like, no, like some games are meant to be. There should be some games. Actually, most games, to me, like should be you consume it. You buy it and you consume it once. I mean, like that's it. I bought the product.
Yeah.
That's the money. That's the exchange. Like
Yeah.
it's because there's no way I can pay. Anybody can pay for that. Like then you didn't make that. Then that whole that platform needs to be free. Like that because it's not really a game anymore.
Mm.
It's a platform.
And that's
Then
the other thing. How many
where I
platforms
buy games.
can be sustained by the audience? If I buy one game as a platform, how many
Yeah,
more games as platforms do you expect me to play?
yeah. If I'm paying
I'm investing in this one.
Like I said, Fortnite is its own like metaverse basically because it has
Yeah.
all these type
If
of
I'm playing
things.
Fortnite, I'm not playing Apex Legends. Don't give me both just because they look different and play different.
Or Call of Duty Warzone.
Or Call of Duty Warzone. Yeah, I'm not playing more than one of those. I bought my Snoop Dogg skin. I got my weed gun skin. I got my weed charm hanging off my gun. I bought all the stuff in this. Unless it's an NFT that I can use across all these games, I'm not playing another game. But all games can't be that. And why do all of these companies think that they can be? Like, why are seemingly smarter than us people believing this nonsense?
I mean, I think it's like people up the top who there's more. I guess I don't know. There's more job security with them. Like they can take the say
There's
make
100%
this
more job security.
and I'm just saying that well, not maybe there, but the situations that they could take the chance on saying that somebody could say, "Hey, I want to make this game," and then you say, "Because I want to know how they implement that." Like the people who tells them, like, "Hey, have this store space where you can sell this stuff." Who made that decision? Was it the people developers that brought that up to them for the guys to do, or they developers told them what kind of game they want to make, and they asked them to implement this into it? Like that's what I want to
think
know.
honestly, it's kind of goes both ways, right? It's one of those things where initially it's the top, it's the execs, right? They say, I would like this kind of product. Somebody makes a product like that, it's then successful. And then what those developers, the next developers that come along here, is in order for me to get a game greenlit, it has to include these things.
Yeah.
So it's not those execs then having to tell everybody. They've been shown by example, right? You're going to bring me a Psychonauts, I'm going to say no. You're going to bring me a Psychonauts where we all roll around on our own little balls and I can sell you different color balls, I'm going to greenlight that. That's how I feel like it is. So like there's some level of like these execs can go, well, we didn't tell them that, the only thing that we will greenlight is this. But if the only thing I'm greenlighting is that, then that's what developers are going to bring to you. They're not going to risk their entire studio because they can't. They're employing people. So they're trying to bring you a product that you will in fact say, yes, of course, we'll give you more money to work on this. And I think that's where the system's breaking down a lot, is a lot of this trend chasing. The video game industry has always been about tracing trends. The unfortunate thing now is the trends that they're tracing is one that kind of limits how many people can make a different style game, I guess, is what I'm trying to get to. Everybody wants Fortnite. And instead of being the next Fortnite to whatever genre they're working on, they just want to be the next Fortnite. And Fortnite wasn't even the first Fortnite. So you can't really just make another Fortnite You got to take another franchise or series or genre, I guess, actually, is what I was looking for. And find that and refine that, because at the end of the day, that's what Fortnite did. Fortnite wasn't PUBG. PUBG was PUBG. Fortnite was, what's the mode called, Dominic?
Save the world.
Yeah, Fortnite was save the world until PUBG came along, and then Fortnite became what we know of Fortnite now, the Battle Royale. And then it's all been, upside from there. They've made their deals, they've crafted their propaganda, and they have been on their way. No one's gonna dethrone Fortnite by making another Fortnite. I firmly believe that. We're not gonna have another battle royale that comes along and eats Fortnite's lunch. We could very much have a different style game do that, though. I would fully believe that. Although at this point, people are so entrenched in Fortnite, like I said, about, having a this skin and having a that skin, and in a lot of ways, Fortnite may be killed by something related to Fortnite, right? Like something else from Epic where I can take these skins and these avatars and these dances and whatnot and put that in a different genre, whether it be, an Among Us in the Fortnite universe
Hey, so
or something like that.
what happened to the EA games? You had Knockout.
Knockout Kings?
No, no.
The
multiplayer.
Knockout City.
And then it was one before that. You remember? And it was kind of like because that went away. I don't know if that was done by EA. I want to say it was EA too because I was like, oh look, they're doing something again. Because it was a dodgeball one,
Yeah,
Knockout City,
which I think is
and
Knockout City.
Yeah, and before that, it was I'm trying to remember what it was. What did you do? Let me type in Knockout City. Maybe it might come up. Because I played that too.
Yeah.
Let's see more. Let me see. Nope.
Because I'm thinking of the wrestling one, but that wasn't EA.
Yeah, that was an EA. Dang, what was it? What was that game called? It was let me ask the AI.
Oh,
Game.
now I remember it too, because there was like a guy that rode on a rocket.
Yeah.
Rocket Arena, right?
Rocket Arena. Oh, that's what it's called. Okay.
Yeah, Rocket Arena.
Yeah, I think that one got canceled.
And
I
that
mean,
was
that stopped.
published by EA.
And I think they actually stopped the service. They probably just replaced the service with Knockout King, Knockout City or whatever.
Well, that one was like they sold that game originally, right? And then they made it into a free to play thing.
Yeah, I think that's what. I think they made a mistake by trying to make it you can buy it. That you had to buy it.
My question is this game still running?
It said it's shutting down. I mean, it's being shut down on the 24th, the 21st of March 2024.
I gotcha.
So it was still up, but they just weren't. Yeah, I just want nothing new coming out for anything.
Can I still buy the Blast Pass?
Yeah, God, it's like they were just trying, that was EA really just trying to find like a cartoon thing that can just grab and get some money and.
Yeah, it's because this was after they were succeeding with Apex Legends, because Apex Legends initially was a viable competition for Fortnite, and then Fortnite kind of just ran away with it from there. And Apex Legends still, exists same way PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds does. I think Apex Legends is more successful than PUBG right now still. But it's crazy to think, oh, okay, we've got Apex Legends. We're going to release another one of these and then another one of these. Like, why did you have all of these in production at the same time? This is throwing stuff at a wall, hoping one of these will stick.
And I think that's what it was. I think that's exactly what it was. Because that came out in 2020, Rocket Arena. When did Knockout Kings come out? That came out Knockout City. That came out a year later.
Yeah. So
it's almost like they were. I want to know if the same people were making this game. But developer says Villian Studios for that one, and for Knockout City.
Yeah, developer was Final Strike Games.
Final Strike Games. But yeah, they probably had both got like they saw like, okay, these two cartoon things. Maybe one of these would do well. Let's see what happens. And I don't know, Knockout City. I mean, technically, I guess that's still going on, but it's not. It's not.
The crazy thing, if I'm reading this right, is Final Strike Games now works on Fortnite.
Oh, nice.
Or at least in June of 2021, worked on Fortnite. Fortnite live service development and retention features ongoing in 2025. Okay, so potentially still working. And then July 2023, a new major franchise co-development project starts, TBD release or no release at all. We'll see. May 2024, new FSG IP tactical shooter in development, launch 2026. In October 2024, new project in partnership with Epic Games. So there you go. They're going to make your Fortnite 2, Dominic. But this time with rockets. I was going to say dodgeballs, but that's the other guys. It just...
Wait a minute. It says...
What?
Is it shut down? I think somebody asked a question. Why did Knockout City get shut down? I don't think it's shut down.
Is Knockout City not shut down? Did you not think it was shut down?
No, because I went to the website and it says play. I knew the Rocket Arena got shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can still get Knockout. Oh, private server edition. Okay.
Well, at least they did that.
Yeah.
Hey, bringing it full circle, Dominic. They're doing the thing that we said they needed to do.
Oh, that was released last year.
Yeah. And just it's hard to have a positive outlook on what games will be
on a grand
scale
of this one.
They got to publish themselves.
They gave it off to them.
Yeah. I mean, again, at least they gave them that opportunity, right? Some of these publishers would be like, well, we're retaining the rights to this and we're not even going to sell it anymore. So you can just screw off, I guess. Yeah, it just, we're from now on, we're always going to have indies. Like, I don't see that going away. I don't, depending on what level, of thing they are, that's going to be dependent on how much money they can make from something or other. But these AAA games, these big publishers, they are proving every day that this is unsustainable for them. And the idea that Microsoft, who is now fully back to going, releasing their games on the PlayStation, the idea that they would potentially release a piece of hardware that would maybe lock you into their system, which is maybe why it's not going to if they do, and is going to allow you to play Steam games or whatever. But who would trust to buy that system?
Me.
Just to love America too much, Dominic. It's going to be your downfall.
I mean, Who would trust? I mean, look, like the guys who be on the internet and stuff, probably not. But people who just want consoles, I guess they still will get it. I don't know.
I mean, if there's
I guess,
incentive, if it's cheaper
yeah.
than the
If they're
PlayStation or
still
something
using
like
Game
that,
Pass and
maybe.
Game Pass is not available for you to use on the PlayStation, and they just want to have a console, they'll do that. Because I mean, what else can you do Game Pass at besides the phone and except for the TVs and like, cause like what can you use
Or
Game
my
Pass on?
Xbox VR headset, Dominic.
Can you
That's
use it
what.
on every Fire Stick? Is every Fire Stick able to play Game Pass? Maybe that.
No, I think it's limited to like specific generations.
Okay, so yeah, uh, I mean, people who just think about consoles, like they don't look into all that. They'll just
Yeah.
say, "Well, I'll get the Xbox."
Yeah.
And there's going to be multiple versions probably of that. So
I'm to circle back around, like the idea that they are no longer releasing Perfect Dark, like what even is that? We finally got the beginning of a year here where Microsoft was actually releasing games. And that took many years of us wondering why things weren't coming out and when things would be coming.
yeah,
I think they've proven that they are mismanaging all of this stuff. And,
yeah.
and
Something happened at 360, like in the middle of the 360 years. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Don
They
Matcher
must
gave
just
up. That's what happened. And,
like,
I feel like we've had this conversation before, but like, yeah, there was a lot of goodwill that Phil Spencer came in with. And we had a lot of hopes that he would be the guy to fix things because he wore the Battletoad shirt and he wore
yeah. Don't blame him,
the
Daniel. Don't blame
Blinks
him.
Time Cat. Then who am I blaming, Dominic?
I don't
Sarah
know.
Bond? You want me to
Yes,
blame Sarah
no,
Bond
nah.
or
I
Matt
saw somebody
Booty?
said. I saw somebody said like, don't you better bring. It's like somebody said like you better include Sarah Bond in this. It's her fault too. I was like, you don't even know what she does, man. Shut up. I was like, you don't.
I want the whole
It's like,
trifecta out of there, Dominic. Phil Spencer, Matt Booty, and Sarah Bond. All of them need to go.
man, I'm including Major Nelson, even though he hasn't been there. I'm
Yeah,
still
throw him
including.
out in there too, even though he hasn't worked there in like 3 years. He saw the writing on the wall, Dominic. That's what
Yeah,
that
that's
was.
what they saw. Like, we don't need you,
He's
Nelson.
working for Sony now.
Man,
Yeah.
yeah, they something. I don't know what happened. But yeah, you gotta put the blame on him. It's like, yep, man. None of this stuff worked out. None of this stuff is happening like it's supposed to, man. Like I told was gonna happen. And y'all canceled one of the anticipated games. Like the only perfect Dark we got was that sucky one that came on the beginning of Xbox 360.
Dominic, why do I have Major Nelson blocked on Twitter?
Does he like Trump or something?
No. He might have just posted too much and I didn't like mute him instead. I blocked him. I'm sorry, Major Nelson, if you've been trying to
you're an
help
Xbox. You
the
was an
entire time.
Xbox hater.
Feel bad now. He's been trying to contact us about getting on this podcast. And instead, I got him blocked. Anyway, yeah, we've had this conversation before. This isn't the first time Microsoft has laid off a significant number of
Ain't gonna be
people.
the last time.
And it's not going to be the last time. But how many studios are going to be killed in that time span before?
Yeah, well, that somebody said like, man, Blade, man, I'm afraid for that because we haven't seen anything from that, so that could be easily. Who knows where they at? That could easily stop down to save money.
Yeah, because that's being made by the Dishonored people too, right?
Yeah,
Who
they
already
killed them
got
off.
one of their studios shut. Arcane Austin got shut down.
Well, that's the Red Fall guys, right?
Yeah, those were Redfall guys, but those were also the Prey guys. So it's not like they've made
it's
only
what have you
one
done for
bad
me
game.
lately, Daniel?
It is.
And what they did was Redfall. Even though
they know what they did.
even though reading about the production of that game, was
yes, Redfall, the sinners of video games.
Like that was I think that's Microsoft's mistake of promoting that, being not mistake of promoting, because still wasn't done well, but they made it to make it the public think it's going to be oh, this is a big time game, and it was bad, and it's
and by all accounts they had no help in making it.
Yeah,
making it a top tier game. But at a certain point, it can't just be, the excuse can't be none of these games worked because we didn't get involved. Well, you not getting involved is you getting involved by not getting involved. You are taking your leadership role and you were throwing it out the window. And if you were not helping to ensure that these games turn out well, then you're mismanaging the product that you have purchased. And bringing in AI is not going to solve everything. It's, in fact, not going to solve anything. I miss Cortana, Dominic. Copilot sucks.
I don't use it. I just hear people say it sucks. I don't even know what it does. I don't know what it is. I see. I accidentally click on it sometimes. Then
it's just another large language model thing, just like ChatGPT or any of the other ones. I was on eBay yesterday, and it has a thing now where it's like, oh, you don't want to write your own description for this product? You can just click this AI thing, and it'll do it for you. It's like, man, we're going to forget how to write things. I think we already kind of have, but
I forgot how to write cursive, Daniel. It's like
there are a couple of guys at work who are younger than me who I'm just even shocked they even know how to write cursive. And then I have to struggle to try and read their cursive. I'm like, I thought they stopped teaching this in schools when I was leaving school. What's going on?
I don't even know anybody who will even write, if they write a note or something, they would write in cursive. I don't know anybody who does that. Even people know that write cursive, write in print. I think it was one time somebody wrote in cursive, and I was like, "What the hell am I looking at here?" And then I had to take time to read
a check?
I was like, "Damn, man, I haven't read in cursive in I don't know how long." It's and then it was an older person, so I understood. All right, so what else we got, man?
That's it for the news, Dominic, unless you saw something else.
I know people were mad at it was a game because they had something done in AI and they never said it, and people started review bombing it. I think I saw it on Game Informer website talk about it. Let me see here. Should be down here somewhere. Oh, they added another character to the Nicktoons, the Dice of Destiny, that quick ass little preview they showed during the game festival. So Timmy Turner is going to be in it now. Okay,
so
that's what y'all going to do. It's going to be slowly rolling out what characters are going to be in this. So that's the whole thing here. Okay.
And then by the time you've announced all of them, we'll have announced that your game is dead and it will not be coming out. Mario Strikers is coming to the GameCube online expansion pass for Switch 2.
Oh, it was Alters. Oh,
really?
To the Alters is it says let's see response to the Alters generative AI controversy.
Interesting.
it was something to do with like the language. It says other players found that localization of various languages has clear evidence of being generated using AI due to bizarre or outright incorrect translations, or simply displayed similar AI prompts. One example shared on Blue Sky is from one of the in-game licensed movies, in which the subtitle translated in Brazilian Portuguese. It reads, "Sure, the text translated to Brazilian Portuguese is every conversation two people can have, right? So we." It actually says that. So it says it tells it like it's being translated into Brazilian Portuguese. And the guy said, honestly, a beautiful game, but I don't get why the devs felt it was necessary to use Gen AI. The icons for Earth calls seem to use AI. Flavor text on one of the displays contains a piece of original prompt. Heavy AI used in its marketing, but worst of all, translations has major problem with AI. So far, I noticed Russian, German, and Portuguese all having straight up lines saying something like, "Sorry, I don't know how to translate mooly." Can you give more context as to what it is? Or
That's
just a
rough.
prompt text instead of actual lines? It's heartbreaking to see such a unique artistic vision ruined by AI. Well, you need to learn English then, baby, because we don't have that problem.
Yeah, I mean, this is a story I feel like we're going to be seeing every week now. Is more and more of this, and when it comes down to it, right? Like the idea that you're using AI to translate these things that maybe otherwise would not have gotten translated is a positive thing. Although maybe I'm just looking at this from like, oh, translation isn't an art, when the reality is it very much is. You know,
It is.
putting
Yeah,
the correct culture and perspective on something. You know, you can't take some of these
exactly.
Japanese animes and just
Nope.
translate them directly.
I
Otherwise, you
read some
get
of
hot
those. That's
garbage.
what they did.
Yeah.
They used to do that back in the day and realized like it don't make sense, because that's why things didn't
Yeah.
make sense to me when they be talking in this translation. It's like, well, I say I don't get this.
But when it's just so like egregiously lazy and you're leaving stuff in like the prompts that you're writing into this AI, or you know, the responses where it's telling you, sorry, I can't actually do this.
Yeah.
It is just kind of the worst of what we're dealing with. So yeah. All right, Dominic. We'll get
They should have
into
got
new
AI to spell
releases.
to check it. What happened to the AI editor?
Yeah, where's the AI QC guy going over this?
Yeah.
Anytime you reference Mooley, replace that with not Mooley. All right. Let's get into new releases here, Dominic. We got two quick ones. We got Angerfoot coming to the PS5, which had previously released on the Xbox and PC. That is the one that made me motion sick when I played that demo.
Oh yeah,
But
that's
it seemed
right.
like a
Yeah.
really cool game.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It was. I mean, I played a little demo of it. I liked it.
Yeah. And then we got Mecha Breaker for the PC and Xbox, and that is
Where you
on
play
Game
game,
Pass.
so maybe you
That
like it,
is,
maybe you don't. But
yeah,
make
that's the one we've seen a million times at the Jeff Keighley show. You got large robots that look like Gundams. So
did I play the demo of that? I felt like I
I
played some robot game, but I don't.
don't
Maybe it wasn't that.
recall.
Maybe it was a Game Pass or game or PlayStation. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, at
So
least I could do it on streaming if I really want to try it instead of installing it and playing it.
fun. All right, Dominic, unless you got anything else for the people this week, we'll wrap this guy up.
Nah, we can wrap it up, man.
All right. Thank you guys as always for listening, and check us out on Twitter. Dominic is at DStalworth5. I'm at Regulus MB. The podcast is at Superpod, SUPAPOD. We're also on Blue Sky at superpod.com, at regulusmb.sky.social. and at DinoMan at DominicStallworth.bluesky.social. We also have a website, superpod.com. It has all of our previous podcasts, as well as links to all the places you can find us, including YouTube, where there's a video version of this podcast, as well as iTunes, YouTube Music, Spotify, Amazon, and Audible. And until next time, guys, talk to you later.
All right, see ya.